One of the earliest tutorials that I did on this channel, I sang the Spider-Man theme song, and it was kind of cringy, but you know what? I'm gonna try again. Here goes. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Yeah, still pretty cringy. What is going on, Draw It To crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today we are finally going to be tackling Spider-Man from the upcoming PS4 game, Spider-Man. Before we begin, you guys, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you guys like what you see. Here in this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from comics, books, TV shows, and movies. So, yeah. Alright, you guys, Spider-Man, the PS4 game. Many of you guys are highly anticipating this game, but when they finally revealed the costume, it was sort of a mixed bag of reaction. Some people liked it, some people thought that the white was just a little too much. Personally, I think it's a nice change of pace to the Spider-Man character that we know. Let me know what you guys think of this costume in the comments below, and also let me know what other costumes you guys are looking forward to using in the game as well. Here in this channel, I'm probably going to be doing a few more Spider-Man costumes, so yeah, more popular ones I will definitely try to do a tutorial on before the game is released. So I'm sure you guys are ready to draw. Here are the drawing tools that you are going to need for this tutorial. If you want more information about my art tools, I have a list you can check out in the description of this video. Again, you guys, there are 3 things that you need to keep in mind as you're watching. If you're a subscriber, you kind of already know the drill, but if not, pause it now to read this list of things that you should know before we begin. Having said all of that, you guys, grab your drawing tools. Let's get down to business. Alright, you guys, let's get started with our Spider-Man tutorial. And our paper is in portrait mode. We're going to be drawing Spider-Man full body. He's going to be mid-jump, so he's not quite swinging. He's not landing or anything. He's mid-jump. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first draw a circle for the head. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of find the center line. And I want that to I want the head to be a little bit more to the right-hand side of your page. So I'm also going to draw it kind of at the top so that there's a lot more space down here. So let's do that. So here's my circle, and I'm going to draw it about this big. So it's not that big, but that's because I want to leave some room for the arms to come out like a Y shape out here and here. Okay, so here is my circle right here. Again, draw it lightly because we're going to be drawing the construction lines first and then going into the details later on. Okay, so here's my center line right there, and I'm going to just draw the sides and come together at the chin here. And the chin, it's not quite square jawed, so more like an egg shape. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so now we've got the head. I'm going to kind of draw a ball right here about this big, and that's going to be like the shoulder ball. It looks a little funny right now, don't worry about it too much. And then the other shoulder ball is going to be slightly bigger. It's going to be right here, so it's coming out of his head like Mickey Mouse ears that are on the sides. Okay, so there you go, but don't worry about that. What it's going to start looking like is that's going to be the back, and then the shoulders are here. This is going to go up, and that's going to go up. And I guess we could just kind of rough it out right now. Hands are going to go that way, and the hands are going to go out this way as well. Okay, so I'm actually going to make a U there. That's the bicep, and then the forearm's going to look like that. Okay, and right here we'll do the same thing. Here's the U shape. This one's a little bit closer. Like this gap right here is going to be closer than this one is, and we'll worry about that a little bit later on, so don't worry. Okay, there you go. So there's our Spider-Man with our shoulders up in the air, or shoulders on the side, hands up in the air. Now let's draw from here. We're going to draw the torso. So just find 2 spots there, and I'm just going to bring that closer together. And as I do that, I'm actually going to zoom in as well. So there you go. You can see it a little bit more clearly. I'm going to have the torso not quite straight up and down, but it's going to be slightly slanted like that. So we're going to have his body kind of tilting, I guess you could say. Okay, so here's the chin. Find a line right around here beneath the chin, because that's going to be the chest line right there. So that's going to be his chest. There you go. And then here's the top of the chest right there. So now you can kind of see his chest, which is his pectoral muscles, I guess. Okay, beneath that is the rib cage, and I'm just going to draw this for the rib cage right there. Okay, and then draw a line like this. It's going to be, okay, so here's kind of straight across, and it's going to be slanted like this. So that is our line. So this center line, I'm going to make it parallel. So here's my center line right there. I want to make sure that this is kind of 90 degrees to this line right here. Okay, that's going to just show us where the torso ends and where like the lower body begins. Okay, this goes this way, that's the side. I'm going to extend it a little bit further down, and on this side, the side's going to go down as well. So there you go. So it's not quite a super narrow, it's not quite super narrow like I said, but there you go. There's the torso right there. Okay, I'm going to draw another line going across. Okay, now keep in mind, he is crouching and his torso is actually curled this way, so when you see it, it's foreshortened. So you don't want to make this torso too long. You don't want to do that. So you want to make it short. It's actually like a square almost, a square in shape. It's very, very short. And if you find that your torso is too long, it's going to look a little bit off. It'll make it look like his upper body is too long. So what you want to do is you want to shrink it if you can, if you're finding that your torso is way too long proportionally. Okay, so what I did is kind of just drew the line there and then a line at the bottom right there. So that's going to be a guideline for, it's not a belt, but like his costume that goes across his waist. Cool. So now imagine this going out this way and out this way, and then right around here is kind of where the butt cheeks are. So here are the butt cheeks. Okay, that looks a little funny without the legs, but that's kind of the base that we're going to use for the legs to stick out of. Okay, so here again, you draw the butt cheeks right there because Spider-Man's got a pretty tight costume, not tight butt. Okay, so beneath this, so here's two lines, right? Beneath the second line, about this far down, that's kind of where you want that curve. So start here, start figuring out the curve for the thigh. There you go. Okay, and then right here, here's that thigh going across like this. And, okay, so if we were to draw the line like this, what we want to do is draw a line there, so, and then another line right here. So imagine this is getting cut into thirds, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, or one whole. So you kind of just want that to look like that. Okay, so this goes across like this goes like, curves up like that. And this is where the knee is going to be. Now, oops, there you go. Didn't mean to adjust the, oh, now it's going to look too, okay, there you go. So that's that. Now I'm going to draw a line that goes from here and then just a rough line that goes like that. So now we kind of know where the rest of his leg, the lower leg, goes. And it's going to go here like that, but we'll figure that out. I think we might need to adjust this line a little bit higher up. Okay, now let's go on this side and let's draw from here now. Let's go back to this point here and we're going to draw a knee going up to kind of right here. So to make, we're going to make this kind of like this triangular shape right here. Imagine this empty space right here is like a pizza shape. It's going to look like that. Okay, so here down to that point. Okay, and then this one is going to go up kind of like that. And you know what, I'm going to erase this now so that it doesn't look as funny. It'll make more sense when I erase that, and you can kind of just see the leg. Okay, there you go. So here's our little pizza shape right there. You want to make sure you have that. And right here is where you want the knee to be. Okay, so once you have that, let's go over here, kind of where the butt is, and find a spot right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a foot like this. Okay, so here's our foot. It's a funny looking foot, but don't worry about it right now. We're just trying to get the right shape, right? Okay, ankle is going to be right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this towards the knee there. And here's another ankle on this side. And this goes like that. We will fix that. I promise you guys, we'll fix that a little bit later. Okay, so there's our foot. Okay, and then this foot right here, this is what I mean by like having to adjust it slightly. You know what, let's fix this right now. I want the foot to be a little bit bigger is what I want to do. And pointier, so here's going to be, is where I want the foot to kind of be pointy. So it's wide and then comes together again like that. Okay, there you go. So there is our lower leg, and I'm just going to erase this so you guys can see the foot kind of goes from here, which is the crotch area, goes up, and then this right here, you can kind of see the tilt of the ankle. The tilt goes like this, so the foot goes down and then sort of changes directions right here. And that's fine, that's our intent. Okay, so now on this side, what I want to do is I want to bring, like I said, I might have needed to fix this, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. This is kind of where I want the foot. There's the, what do you call it, the arch of the foot right there. And then right here is kind of where I want the heel. Okay, and then this goes back and then into the knee, into the kneecap, like that. Okay, now right here, I want to find the other side of the ankle. So this is kind of where the ankle is. This goes to the knee, like that. Okay, this goes this way. And then bring it this way, and then this kind of goes pointy, like that. Okay, there you go. So there's our other Spider-Man leg. Kind of just fix it. There you go. Adjust it, you guys. You want to make sure that your the legs that you draw, both legs are kind of the same length, right? So you don't want one leg too short, you don't want one leg too long. Now, keeping in mind, this is a foreshortened leg. In other words, it's sort of pointing towards us. So if it's a little bit shorter, that is completely normal, and that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so now let's go back to the arms. We've got the general shape of the body already. So he's leaping, as you guys can see. Now let's zoom in on the arms and let's get that shape right. Let's get those shoulders kind of pointing the right direction. Shoulders pointing the right direction like this. So you see it kind of points towards the center of the arm there, here and here. Right? Let me zoom out a bit. There. There is our arm. Here is our forearm right here. Okay, so bicep, forearm, and close it off at the wrist, like that. Okay, forearm is longer than the bicep area is. And then over here, let's give those arms a little bit more thickness. There you go. A little bit more thickness in the forearms as well. Round it off right there. Okay. There. Now, the hands. Hands are going to be simplified. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to draw this muscle for the thumb, and then the thumb kind of coming out like this. Okay, and then from here, So this is a curve. Thumb goes out like that. Now this goes out like this. Looks funny right now, but trust me on this. Okay, that goes like that, and then curves back to the wrist like this. I'm running out of space here, but that's fine, because it's just going to be 4 shortened fingers. There's one foreshortened finger, and then the other is going to be like that, and then the other ones you barely even see. So once you have that, you guys, you can kind of see that you've got a hand like this. Okay, let's go to the other hand now. This one's got a little bit more space, so that's good. We got some stuff to work with. Okay, this goes up, curves like this, goes down, and goes underneath like that. Okay, right here, this goes oval again, and then the thumb goes out like this. Okay, and then right here, divide that into 4. We're going to start with this one kind of pointing outward, and then this one kind of pointing this way. So it's starting to, each one of them starting to curve, and then to the pinky, where you barely see the pinky anymore. There you go. And I think I may have drawn the hands a little too big, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to make it a little bit more cartoony. There you go. So that's just our Spider-Man pose, you guys. We haven't even gone to the costume yet. So now that we have the pose, let's go ahead and draw the costume. I'm going to replace my pencil with a sharper pencil. And now that I can kind of see a general idea of it, I'm finding that the head is a little too, maybe just a tad too small. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend it on all sides, just make it slightly bigger, because Spider-Man is kind of drawn with a bigger sized head. So that is what I just did right there. Okay, I'm going to erase everything inside except for that straight line that goes down the center. There you go. And by now you guys should already kind of have an idea of how to draw Spider-Man's mask. It's very iconic. Okay, I'm going to start with the line right here, kind of where the ball was. And from this point and this point, I'm going to draw lines off to the side here and here. There you go. Okay, and then here now, this is going to be a curve. So that's a curve. This is a curve. There you go. You can kind of see the Spider-Man eyes already, but we're going to close it off here. So we're just going to, there you go. And then instead of this being a straight line, I'm making it somewhat curvy like that. And then I do the same thing here. The eye, at this point, the edge of the eyes also reach the edge of the face. This one, not so much. There's a bit of a gap. Okay, so there you go. And then I'm just going to make this thick here, and then thicken this part as well, and then thicken this part. And when you do, you sort of come up with the thickness of those Spider-Man eyes. Now in the game, I believe this costume also has the Spider-Man Homecoming style lenses that close, open and shut to give his face a little bit more expression. Okay, there you go. I'm going to erase that bottom part and replace it with a V shape. So here's the point where everything starts. V shape there. That one goes straight up. Okay, right here and right here. I'm going to go a little bit fast here, so slow this video down if you need to, but we're just going to speed it up just for the sake of the video length. You don't want it too long. Okay, there you go. So we've got those lines kind of going across Spider-Man's face, and what we're going to do now is webbing. There's a slight curve to them, and you guys see that it sort of webs just around his, sorry, it webs around the center of his eyes there. Okay, the bottom part is has less space in between the webs than the top, and that's intentional. There you go. Bit more of a rounded oval shape than the actual game mask, but that's fine. I'm okay with that, as long as you guys are okay with it. There you go. Zooming out. Now this is what makes the game costume different than the MCU version or the comic version, is the white spider emblem. So what we're going to do is we're going to find this curve right here, that's the chest curve, and we're going to draw this oval in the center right there, and then beneath that we're going to draw this almost like a number 8 here. Okay, here's the rib cage line right there. There you go. So there is our spider symbol. There's 2 antenna or pinchers right there, or whatever those are. I don't even know anymore. Okay, so draw those as well. Okay, there is a kind of a definite division between shoulder and torso in the costume, and it's going to be 2 lines across here, and then just goes up the shoulder like that. Okay, same thing over here, 2 lines across this way, and instead of going up the shoulder that way, sort of goes into the head more. There you go. That differentiates the torso and the shoulder. Okay, now spider emblem again. Let's go back here. And you want to clean this up so that you won't get confused with everything else later on. It's going to be a lot of lines. It's going to look a little bit confusing, but we need to draw the legs that go up. Find this point right here and this point right here. Kind of use this as a reference. Okay, line from here to there, here to there. Okay, and then find a spot here, goes like that. Find a spot here, that goes like that. Super thin. Gets thinner as you go towards the spider. This goes out this way. And this goes out this way. Okay, by the time you reach the spider, it should be like a pinpoint. There you go. So that's the first set of legs. Okay, the second set of legs are going to be just beneath it, there, and then across this. Okay, from here, this point, and then going across there. And then double up. There you go. So those are the second set of legs. And the third set of legs are going to go kind of, this one goes towards the side, kind of following the chest line here. But then at this point it goes down. So here's chest line and goes down like that. Okay. And this one goes across the chest line like this. I'm drawing 2 lines out. And then it kind of disappears. It kind of actually goes down. Okay. And then this just goes across there. Actually, you know what? Sorry about that, you guys. See, that's the thing about these live drawing sessions is you make mistakes sometimes. Let's just make it continue going across. So again, my mistake. Just make it go continuing all the way to the edge. Now that I look at my reference photo, it's a little bit more clear. Okay, and then, okay, before we draw the last set of legs, what we need to draw is, like from the chest, there's going to be like this line that goes in. So here's the chest, goes in like that. Okay, so there's our, that's kind of like the red of the costume, kind of goes from here, goes out, and it goes to the chest area. And there you go. And what the white is going to do, the last part of the legs is going to go this way. Okay, and then come down this side right here. Okay, and this goes out like this. And then erase that line. There you go. So the bottom leg goes down. Okay, and then right here again. This is all coming from like the top oval, not the bottom oval, by the way. This goes out this way. Okay, I'm gonna draw 2 lines, and then it's gonna go run along the side of that. There. Okay, and now you've got this line right here. This actually comes to a point right here, and then we're going to readjust these 2 lines so that they come to a point right there. Actually, there you go. All right, that was a little bit confusing, my apologies. Now, that center line, erase it, of course, as you cross that, the white spider logo. Gonna erase the center, so there you go, you kind of have the white spider logo like that. We got the center line. Now, let's draw the spider web kind of going out from the neck, going out like that. Okay, right here and here. And then it goes to the sides here, and here again. All right, spider web, following the exact same concave webbing, and this kind of goes around. See how it goes around the neck there? There you go. And then you kind of see the webbing a little bit right here as well. And here, oh, sorry, maybe not there. Here's the webbing there. Here's the webbing here, and here. And this is what I mean by it's starting to look confusing because of all the different lines. But you see the webbing kind of starts curving, and it's going to go down. Okay, now right here, I'm going to draw lines from here, going down, getting narrower as you go. So you have these 4 places where you can draw webbing like this. And right here, the webbing is narrow because he's bent over, and when you're bent over, everything foreshortens, including the space in between the webbing. Okay, and then right here, a couple of lines out, and then just webbing across. And there you go. I believe there's some like pattern around here in the blue of his costume, but I'm going to skip a little bit of that just to keep the lines a little bit more clean. Okay, so there you go. We've got the torso. Let's do the arm. And for the arm, you've got your shoulder. Here it is. Now this kind of goes down. There's like a part of the webbing that goes down the side of the upper arm and goes kind of into the forearm here. And that's how it goes. If I erase that, and then there you go. So that's kind of what it looks like right there. So you've got your bicep right here. That's what that looks like, and that's fine. Okay, now you've got your forearm right there. The tricep is in blue, it's going to be right here, but the rest of the arm is going to be in red. Okay, and then there's also this black line that goes along right there that sort of cuts things off between the shoulder and the rest of the arm. Okay, so let's continue these lines. See this line right here, continue it this way. This line right here continues like that, and the curve of the webbing sort of shows the curve of the muscle, so you want to pay attention to that as well. There you go. Make this go down the center, going down like that, and then here and here. Okay, webbing goes this way. There you go. Spider-Man's webbing does take a little bit of practice. I've been drawing Spider-Man since I was a kid because I love this character. So I'm used to drawing the webbing. But for a few of you guys, might need a little bit of practice. Let me know in the comment section if you find the webbing, drawing the webbing easy or a little bit hard. There you go. Okay, now once you get to the hand is a bit of a tricky thing because it does have like white elements to it. And at this point, the game isn't out yet. Not quite sure what those white things are. Okay, so they just go across the top of the hand, goes in, goes like that. So I'm going to draw the sides here so it looks like some sort of padding, right? There's more detail to it, but I'm not going to bother including it. There's like white right here as well, and it goes around the wrist. Okay, and then here, yeah, it just goes like that. And then each knuckle is going to be covered by that white element of the costume, kind of like a triangle. There you go. And then just loops, these curves that go across the fingers like this. That's always it's an element of Spider-Man's classic costume design that kind of stands the test of time there. Okay, there you go. Now let's go to this side. And same thing over here. Let's figure out the blue elements of the costume first. Starting over here, goes this way, kind of goes along like this and like that. So you see, you guys, this is going to be the forearm right here, and this right here is going to be the forearm, and this is the bicep. There you go. And the tricep, you don't really see the blue element of the tricep muscle, but there you have it. Okay, again, there's like this divide right here. So I'm gonna draw two lines like that. Okay, and then follow this line, follow the curve of it. Okay, and then one here, like that, and then draw the webbing. Again, you guys, the webbing shows the curviness of the costume and kind of shows how the curviness of the muscles, right? There you go. On the arm part, I'm going to erase the guidelines here for a second. There. Okay, so from here, there's the white element of the costume. From here goes right into the wrist like that. So here's the white element of that. This goes up and across like that. Okay, so let's now draw these lines right here, all the way there. Okay, so remember, costume, webbing. Like Spider-Man is a fairly simple character, but the level of detail sometimes is more than we think. Okay, right here, draw a line right there. This goes like that, and then this goes like this. Okay, now this is the side of that padding. So there's that padding that covers the back of the hand, and then each finger there's going to be this white padding as well, like on the knuckle. There you go. Lastly, you guys, curves right here, signifying the fingers. There you go. So zooming out, that's what our Spider-Man looks like, and we are, you know, pretty much done. There are some design elements of the costume. Let me just draw another line here, and a line, two lines right here, a line right there, and then some webbing. So this is a different, like there's red parts on the sides here. You don't see it much here, but that's what makes this costume distinct as well. Okay, so let's go to the feet now. The legs and the crotch area. So here's the crotch. What you want to do with the crotch is you don't want to kind of isolate any part of the midsection here. So you kind of just want to draw these lines that sort of just fade, okay? Otherwise, it'll look off. just looks too anatomically correct, and you don't want that either. All right, there you go. I should be using this eraser. It erases more cleanly. Okay, there. Now we've got the legs. There are some lines. There's one that sort of curves along here. So here's that. Here's where the foot curves. There's this right here that goes like that and like this, and then from here kind of goes across the thigh like that. But these are all blue elements, and then this goes down towards the ankle. There you go. Now on this side, there's another U shape right there. This goes across, like I said, across the thigh there. And then this just goes right alongside the ankle there. There you go. Okay. So here's our foot, and just red parts of the boot actually just come out from the ankles. So here are the ankles. They come out from the ankles towards the center and then back out. So it goes like that and then goes back out like this. And then draw the soles. There you go. There you go. And then I think there's like striped elements to it that go like this. And here's like the top of the foot there. And there you go. So we're going to keep it like that, a little bit more streamlined. Okay, and then here on this part, start here. This goes towards the ankle there. Find another spot here, towards the ankle again. Okay, here's the heel. So it looks like that. Okay, now you've got this part right here. What you want to do is find a spot right here, and you want to draw the sole from here, kind of just like that. So there's the sole of the boot, and just above the sole right there, draw that line, and then this goes up, and then there, and then from here to there. So it sort of creates this diamond shape. And again, I believe there's stripes right here, not too sure, and right here as well. Can't really tell from the image that I got here. Okay, so here's calf muscle there. There's a bit of a calf muscle here. I'm gonna close this off just to show the knee. So there's the knee right there. Bit of knee right here. Closing that off. And there you go. That, for the most part, is it, you guys. So zooming out, this is our Spider-Man, and I intentionally drew it so that he's closer to the top than he is at the bottom, and that's completely fine. That was intentional by me. It just looks like he's leaping a little bit more. So there is our Spider-Man drawing from the PS4 game. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and stay tuned for more, because I do plan on drawing other skins from the game. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and take care. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end of this video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If they did, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for people to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at Draw2 so that I can see your artwork. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a list of that in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out. There I have a list of pencils that I use, camera equipment, erasers, colors, and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, like this video, comment it down below, share this with your friends in social media, and of course, subscribe. All of that in the description of this video. Make sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Google+, and most importantly on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of this tutorial right here. Links again in the description, so always make sure to read that description, you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one, and till then, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.